I truly believe in dressing and acting the part. For those who are new here, yes, that video that I made about life as a trust fund baby is not real because I am in fact not a trust fund baby. I also wanted to explain a little bit more because a lot of people were commenting those clips that you included in the video were still clips that you have in your life. And yes, disclaimer, those are clips of my life. I didn't pull B-roll from other people. So a few disclaimers about me. I do have about 7 to 8 streams of income in order to fund my shopping addiction and my spending habits and my lifestyle. Obviously in that video, I was going to the very extent of it, but that is not in fact true for my daily life. I don't pay for business class every time I go to Korea, and I don't fly to Korea 8 to 10 times a year. I actually only go back 2 to 3 times, which I also know that is a lot more than a lot of people, but the reason why I have the opportunities is because my dad's company, up until I turned 26, they pay for 2 flights per year to go visit my parents since they are currently on an expat assignment. So that is amazing, but I also got that upgrade to business because of points, and so that wasn't, me paying out of pocket for that. So again, I know I'm very fortunate to have those opportunities, but I don't do this as like my normal life. This is a privilege for me as well. And I know a lot of people were getting triggered in the comments saying I'm the sole reason why our earth is melting, but I typically try to fly with the cheapest flight with my one personal item on Spirit Airlines, and I'm packed like a sardine. And the only reason why I had the one clip of the private jet is because I used to work for a family in New York who is very wealthy and very successful, but during COVID they weren't able to fly their entire family, and so that's why they booked the charter flight and I was able to ride with them. But yeah, first and probably last time I'll ever ride privately. As for all the other clips like the shopping, the eating, the traveling, and the gifts, yes, I do all that, but like I disclosed, for traveling I only travel when I can find a very cheap flight. And for shopping and eating, quite honestly, like I said in the beginning, I truly believe you have to kind of dress and act the part if you truly want to manifest that life. I like to categorize spending in 3 categories. So the first one is stingy, the second one is courageously spending, and the third one is recklessly spending. I know I'm not perfectly in that middle section because sometimes I do recklessly spend, but I like to categorize myself saying that I very much courageously spend. By courageously spending, that could be on myself, my friends, my family, on business ideas, or even experiences. Because personally, my mindset on money is if I'm able to courageously spend, I'm already thinking about the next ways I can make more money so that I can actually fund that. Whereas people who are stuck on the stingy spot, they are the ones requesting you to the cent every single time. I understand sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but the ones who never will spend anything on you because all they do is save, and they don't even enjoy their own money. So I don't think that's a healthy area to be either. And of course, reckless spending is not good if you're racking up credit card debt, if you're having to borrow so much money from the bank or from family. That's also not good. The reason why I say courageous spending is so important is because the moment you start upgrading your life slightly, and again, I'm not saying, upgrade your life like crazy, don't get the newest car, but the moment you start upgrading your life on little things, that allows your brain to see money in a different way. For example, I used to never buy good, high quality eggs at the grocery store, but as I started to have and make more money, I would go to the grocery store and be like, honestly, that's only like $2-3 more. I might as well invest in my health and buy this higher quality egg. If you're wondering what type of egg you should get, pasture raised eggs. I think reflecting on my life on how I was able to get this money mindset that I currently have is it started with my very first job in college when I used to work as a ranch hand at a bull farm. If you haven't worked as a ranch hand, I just want to say it is a very, very labor intensive job, and I definitely felt the value of $1 because for $8 an hour, I would have to wake up at 4:30 a.m., drive out about 40 minutes to get to the bull farm. I would have to scrub the barn floors. I would have to take barrels of cow manure out into the field, dump it, come back for more. I would have to go on the hay rides, and those were so rough because I'm very small, and I know in the movies they make pitching hay so easy looking, but as a 5'1" girly, I was having to put my whole back and body into it. Yeah, that was a very humbling experience, and that's when I realized the true value of $1, and I knew I would also want to have a very comfortable lifestyle where I can buy things to treat myself, buy things to treat others. So I knew in order to do that, I would have to A, find a job that pays well, or find ways to continuously make me money in creative ways. Because even in my background, I come from a hospitality hotel background, and it's very hard to make 6 figures from that unless you're a director or a general manager, and that takes years and years to get to, and the work-life balance isn't the best. So that's why I ended up pivoting, and that's when I started brainstorming how can I make more money, how can I get back time for myself, and that's when I started different streams of income. And now I'm here with about 7 to 8 different streams of income, and I am also here because I want to help others understand this as well. And so to wrap everything up, I truly believe that you have to act, dress, and feel the part in order to have a certain lifestyle. But don't be reckless with your money, don't be stingy, just be in that healthy little area of courageously spending and also at the same time keeping your mind open for other opportunities. For those who made it all the way to the end of this video, I do have a Business Insider article about how I have different streams of income. It's linked on my bio, and that will give you a breakdown of all the ways I've personally made money and how you can also do it, as well as the level of difficulty and the level of how much money you can make. Anyways, for my fellow champagne girlies on a beer budget, this is our year. Let's all go get that bag.